sky still pink in the sunset. You know I never wanna make you upset.
Hello girls and guys, welcome back. I am Blessed Alexis, and today we are just going to be talking about school, I guess you could say, because I know there's a lot of other people about this, and I feel like I should give some tips and tricks, and talking about it I know will make me feel better. But as you know, it's around the time for school, which means you're not necessarily going to be, my guess is, because with everything going around, we're going to be there for 2 weeks, so we're going to get used to it, and all of a sudden we're going to get sent home or something like that. But I know that is going to end up happening, because at my cousin's school, somebody has already gotten coronavirus and tested positive for it too, so I can always just see someone getting coronavirus. But if you are like me, you get nervous on the first day of school, which you work around the word anxiety, but I'm just going to call it nervous. But you get nervous about leaving your home, and you feel like you have nobody to talk to, I guess you could say, and you're scared to tell somebody because they might think you're crazy, and like if you tell somebody, it might make the situation worse. For a fact, it'll feel better if you talk to your parents or friends about this too, because if they know what is happening, they are going to be here to comfort you. Sadly, I have a friend that's not in my school. She never has been, but outside of school, and she knows, and she was comforting me about it too. But you always want to make sure your friends know. It is very hard to tell your friends if you're nervous about it or something. I'm not this anxious about school as I was last year. I'm not that nervous this year as I was last year. I don't know why, but I still really am nervous. But normally on the first day, people all don't feel good. You get like stomach aches and stuff, and you don't want to eat or anything. And for not eating, I don't really have anything to say or like tips about that. But when you feel like you're alone, you really aren't. There's most likely at least going to be another person in your class that feels that way. And like your friends might be like, yay, I love going back to school, and you don't want to say nothing to them and go on their first day of school, but they just want to be there for you. And you'll have your teachers, and like let's say you're going to a new school, because I have, and it hurts when you go to a new school and you know nobody, and you're anxious for that. That was a long time ago for me, so I might be a little bit rusty about this topic. But you're worried about making friends, about all the people there, because you don't know anybody. You're worried about missing your classes if you have multiple classes, or that type of stuff. And it can get really nerve-wracking because you feel alone. But really, you guys, you are not alone at all. It may seem like that, but again, there's always going to be that one person in your classroom. So once you figure out who that one person is, you should talk to them about it, and you both could maybe become friends over that topic, or try to help each other out those days. Or let's say there's a new person in your grade or you're the new person, and you want to just ask somebody about it that seems to have what you're going on with, and if that's the new person, talk to them because every new person is going to be nervous for school, and that's just a lot of people, so you should always know to go up to that person and make them feel welcomed and make them feel like they know everybody now, and put them up on a little bit of drama and gossip, and tell them to watch out for this person, most definitely, and that you can always come through for a friend or something. And if, let's say, you don't really like that person, or let's say you're opposite genders, because I know, like, you can only be friends, because this is what some schools are like, but you can only be friends with the gender that you are personally, which I personally think is kind of weird, but kind of not, because I am actually friends with a lot of boys, so it's not weird for me, but even if you know that you don't want to be friends with this person or anything like that, you just want us to go up to them and talk to them, because they are nervous about school, and you definitely want to talk about it with somebody. I wish I could talk about it with most of my friends, but I can't. There's only about 3 people that I can talk about it with my friends, and that's not including family, so, but most definitely, if you are feeling nervous, once you get to school and you can't, like, talk to your mom about it or anything, you most likely want to go to a friend, or even, like, somebody who you think is going through this, or they told you that they're going through this, talk it out with them. And definitely you don't want to eat a lot of food in the morning. A lot of people say how they deal with anxiety is by eating, but I personally wouldn't do that, because a lot of people, when they get anxiety for school or something like that, you get stomach aches, and you definitely don't want to eat so much food, otherwise your stomach will hurt, because in general your stomach's gonna hurt, but really badly, like, you might get sick from how much food you're eating. And like today, I was nervous about something, but once I did it and got it over with, it was so much fun. But last year it helped for me because I was in a classroom with all my friends, but with most of my friends, but this year sadly I'm not with one of my friends, but I'm still with some of my friends, so I can definitely talk about it with them, because we're probably gonna be separated, that's my guess, from everybody else, the people in your class. And then I don't really know what else to say, but other than like with eating at lunch and stuff, you just want to be careful. And like this year for 2020, it's definitely going to be a lot weirder, because a lot of people, when they have anxiety, they want to go to like a health room or the office because they want to go home, and they don't want to stay at school where they're not comfortable and like stuff. And it's definitely scary and stuff, and with 2020, people are gonna think like, she's sick, you've gotta go home and stuff, and like that is kind of like somebody's worst nightmare in 2020, anxiety. And like, guys, it's going to be fine. Like, I'm worried about that too, so it's not like I'm not like freaking out about that. Trust me, I'm freaking out about every little bit. But like for those that are going into middle school or high school and they're super nervous, I personally will be doing that next year. guess the grade I'm in, but in the comments, but it is, and you definitely, if you have a support animal, so like a dog or a cat or a gerbil, hamster, turtle, or whatever, you definitely want to hug them as much as you possibly can in the morning, before you go to school, or whatever time, because they will make your day better. At my old school, and I was about in kindergarten, and this was pretty humiliating, but I cried because I miss my dog and I didn't get to say goodbye to her, and I cried so hard until they let me go home and say goodbye. And like as a kindergartner, I guess they're really easy with you, and like if you want to go home, they'll definitely let you, but then the next day, like my school back then wasn't really strict about that, going home or anything. They'll ask why you want to go home. They'll ask if you want to go home or not, like right when you enter the health room, or if you're crying or something, or the teachers, they will ask you if you want to go home, and if you say yes, they'll just let you go home. But we're the school I'm at now, but this was like a while back, guys, a while back. But where the school I'm at now is completely different about that. Like, you go to health and they question you, and if you don't have a fever or anything, they won't send you home. And when you're going into like 5th or 6th or 7th, or you know, those types of grades, you're worried about some other stuff that might happen to you. I'm not gonna say what, because it's a pretty weird topic to talk about. But you're worried about that too. If you are journey-minded, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Or like, you're my age, you know what I'm talking about then, but you're definitely nervous about that when you're in school, because you don't want to get that your first time while you're in school. And that's definitely a nervous thing that a lot of people get nervous about, so it's not just you. That is one of my nightmares. So yeah. But guys, make sure you do something, and if none of those tips help, make sure you go to like a different video and maybe those tips will help. Or you know if anything is going to make you feel safer or more calm, you most definitely want to do that. Again, for me, after I do all that stuff and I start getting nervous, take really deep breaths. It definitely helps a lot. But yeah, guys, I'm going to end the video off here. I hope you have a great time, and yeah,